Endzone View, we coming through. Endzone View, we coming through. Endzone View, we coming through. Endzone View, we coming through.
All right, y'all, man. Welcome back to Endzone Views. Your boy Nick, man. I got my partner Dreek with me.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we ain't drop an episode last week, so we ain't get a chance to, predict the games and all that. So what we gonna do is we just gonna, hit a couple highlight games that we seen, and then we're gonna move forward to this upcoming week because I know we're gonna both have a lot to say about one game in particular. Am I right?
Oh yeah, most definitely gonna have a lot to say about these.
All right, so the most eye-popping game for me personally was Florida-Miami. You know what I mean? Miami was able to win 26-7. The win ain't what really caught my attention though. I got to watch a little bit of it. Florida's defense is actually really good, but they offense got problems.
Trash, man. The offense is trash. And actually, I was watching the game. That game, it say 26-7, but that game was actually a lot closer than that. Miami didn't end up putting away really until the fourth quarter, basically. It was 13-0 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
And Florida just they couldn't get nothing going offensively.
I mean, nothing. Like they just, I don't know, man. I've never seen Florida offense look this bad, especially with a quarterback like DJ Lagway. Like they have talent on offense, but for whatever reason, man, it's out of sync. They can't get it together. And if they don't get it together, and I mean get it together soon, man, Billy might be looking for a job.
Yeah, pretty much.
He coming to Athens though. We're bringing to Athens, make him an offensive analyst or something.
That's what I want. Y'all want him?
Why not?
The head coach of an offense that ain't doing nothing. We just talking about how trash they is, and you want to bring him to? Well, go ahead.
He's a great offensive coordinator when he just offensive coordinator. But I don't want him to call plays. I just said come be an offensive analyst.
Nah, might as well let him call plays.
Nah. I got my bubble. I'm cool.
Oh, you cool now?
Being cool. Hey, man, I don't have the Bobo hate. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand the Bobo hate because, if you look at Georgia's history of the University of Georgia, the years that they scored the most points, all but one got Mike Bobo name beside it in the top 5. So I'm just saying, he doing something right. That's all I'm saying.
So why you want to bring in another analyst?
Why not?
If you like what y'all got going on now, matter of fact, we'll have this discussion a little later.
Hey, they need to call Mel Tucker and call him to be a defense analyst too, because you can't have too many minds in the room. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving on. Another eye-popping that I didn't watch none of the games, so please bear with me. Number 9 Illinois lost to number 19 Indiana by a score of 63-10.
Yeah. I don't even know, like I said, I don't even know how they was ranked. Number 9 is Illinois. I don't even know how they put that much respect on them folks' name. But that wasn't no BTA right there. That was FTA. That was foot. They put straight foot in there. Straight foot in them folks.
So if I'm not mistaken, man, Brett Bielema is the coach of Illinois. They're a power football team because that's what Brett Bielema do. That's what he did at Arkansas. That's That's who he is.
Yeah.
So for a team like that, they're gonna play defense and run the ball to allow a team to put up 63 points on them. That's crazy, bro.
That's that old school offense, play defense and run the ball. Boy, you got these high power, high octane flying offenses now, man. You got to be able to put up points.
But I mean, even if you're gonna run the ball and play defense, you got to be able to actually run the ball and play defense.
Yeah. But again, with these high flying offenses, it's hard to just strictly just stick to the game plan of running the ball. For instance, just look at last week with Tennessee and Georgia. That was a whole shootout. Georgia's style of players run the ball, play defense. But when you get to them games, they got them high flying offenses that they put up a lot of points and fast. That run the ball, play defense is out the window.
You know what Georgia didn't do well last week?
What?
Play defense. They ran the ball extremely well. They ran the ball for almost 300 yards.
Hey man, sometimes a great offense beat a great defense.
I mean, sometimes, but obviously it didn't last week.
Sometimes you just got to be able to put up them points.
Obviously, it didn't do it last week. because Georgia was able to run the ball down their throat and make them like it.
No, Georgia had to sling that ball around too. That's how they was able to keep up.
They had to do both. They had to,
the first
to be balanced.
The first quarter, I guess you could say Georgia was trying to
the first quarter
run the ball.
The opening drive.
When them boys jumped out, when they jumped out on Georgia, they ain't had no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, you had to respond, because if not, you finna get ran out of there.
The opening drive of the third quarter, Georgia was down. Georgia had a 15-play drive. 13 of the 15 plays were runs. No, he hit them folks in the mouth and made them like it. In Tennessee.
Yeah, and then what happened?
In Rocky Flop, hit them in the mouth.
That wasn't enough, because as soon as Tennessee got the ball back, they scored again.
No, not then. They ain't scored till later. But that ain't the point. Ain't the point. You need to have balance, is all I'm saying. Because sometimes your defense ain't going to have it, and your offense going to have to pick it up. And it's going to be days that your run game ain't going to be there, and you're going to have to let it rip. You got to have balance.
That's true. But on to the next game. I watched the Oklahoma and Auburn game, which was a pretty good game for the most part of the game, which Oklahoma was able to come away with the win 24-17, which it really was 22. But I think they got a sack. Safety.
They got a safety.
And that's how they get the 24. But it was a good game, man. It was a controversial call. If you keep up with college football, you watch ESPN, I'm sure you'll see him, hear him talking about it probably tomorrow. Controversial call by Oklahoma hiding the play out as if he was finna walk off the field as a substituted player, but he actually went out there to the sideline and lined up, and they ended up scoring a wide open touchdown. Nobody seen him. Nobody on the defense seen him or accounted for him again, because they assumed he was one of the ones who was subbing in or off, and they just let him walk out there. And
by the letter of the law, by the letter of the rule book, that is illegal.
It is illegal.
Even though I disagree with it, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Should have been paying attention.
I mean, you should have been, but at the same time, when somebody is in the middle of subbing players in and out, and you see one man walking off the field, one can only assume if they just ran some players in and some players off, and then you got one that's just walking off, taking his precious time, you're gonna assume he walking to the sideline. So
that's a fact.
A lot of teams wouldn't have thought nothing about it, and unfortunately, it came back to bite them.
But you know, like you say, it's controversial only because it should have been a penalty and they didn't call it.
Right.
You know, but as a football fan personally, hey man, it was a good play call. You know what I'm saying? You called a trick play, you was able to get it off. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But speaking of a balanced team though, Oklahoma's offense, they can run the ball, they can throw the ball with the boy John Mateer. You know, a lot of people trying to put him as a front runner for the Heisman. I don't see how. But okay, cool. And their defense is always going to be good, because that's what Brent Venables does. And his defense is always going to be solid.
Oklahoma look like an SEC team. And I say that because they look like an SEC team. They got a good defense. They balanced on offense. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. But I don't know. I got a little respect for them now that I didn't have before they joined the SEC.
You know what their team looks like right now? Since Brent Venables done took over anyway. They look more like a Georgia team. And I ain't saying they got, athlete for athlete what Georgia has, but just the construction of the team. He built it from the offense, the offensive line, defensive line, and then move out with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as long as your lines of scrimmage, if your lines of scrimmage are solid, you're gonna have, you're gonna have a good chance to win every game that you win.
Every game, yeah.
But if your lines are not solid, it's gonna be a long day. I don't care who you got. You know what I mean, you can have Barry Sanders and Herschel Walker running the ball. If you ain't got nobody blocking for them, it's gonna be a long day for both of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Two more notable games: Georgia State and Vanderbilt, and South Carolina, Missouri. The Georgia State and Vanderbilt is only really notable because Georgia State was able to upset Vandy last year.
Yeah,
and
they got payback for that this year.
What the meme is? I took that personally. They took that very personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They beat them folks 70-21. The disrespect. Vanderbilt be glad they don't play Georgia. Man.
No, the notable game.
The
notable game I thought you was gonna mention.
What that?
Was the Michigan and Nebraska, with Michigan winning by a field goal. That surprised me, because Nebraska, nobody even think about Nebraska.
So the only reason it's notable though is because Nebraska kept it close.
Exactly. And it's Nebraska.
Even though we don't think highly of Michigan though, do we?
Not really, but I would think
I
would think more highly of them. You know what I'm saying? Not to come away with a struggle win against Nebraska.
True. So I mean, does they say that Nebraska is better than we think that they are, or is Michigan not as good as we think that they are, even though we don't think Michigan is, one of them type teams?
I won't even read too much into it because that could just be one of them games with Michigan thinking like I'm thinking it's Nebraska and walking up sleep, and Nebraska was keeping it tight. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like you say, it's very possible. But Nebraska is an okay team. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, tell that to their fans.
Nebraska is the type of team to me that's gonna win 8 games, go to a bowl, and have a chance to win the bowl game.
And be satisfied.
And you should be satisfied with that. Because what you're not finna do, you're not about to win 10, 11 games every year. You're not finna play for the Big Ten championship. You're not finna beat Ohio State every year. Like, you're Nebraska, bro. This is not 1995.
Yeah, but hey, when you look at this transfer portal and the turnaround of these teams, a couple years ago we would have been saying the same thing about Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt though, hey,
and Vanderbilt won 8 games. Them boys went to a bowl. They was happy.
Them boys is they playing competitive now, and it's not as. What I'm saying is Vanderbilt used to be one of them teams you could sleep on, like we got Vandy this week, easy win, but now you got to actually prepare for them.
I mean, there was a point in time where Vandy went 9-3, 3 years in a row. Yeah, I mean, they even beat Georgia one of them years. So Vandy was decent. You know what I mean? Vandy can be where Nebraska is and be happy with that because you're Vandy.
Because you're Vandy, yeah.
But if Vandy was playing in the Big Ten and not the SEC,
if they played in the Big Ten, they'd probably be in the playoffs.
They'll have a much better chance because they play in the Northwesterns, the Indiana, the Illinois, Rutgers.
Exactly. So again,
whoever.
They'd probably be in the playoffs.
I still ain't gonna go that far. You still got Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, but
outside of them though, oh no, anybody can get it.
I give Vandy, if you got Michigan and Penn State, I give Vandy the upset one of them.
I'm just talking about year in, year out, not necessarily just one day, but year in, year out, they're gonna be the top 3 schools.
Okay.
And then versus
but you gotta think about not this new SEC, but the SEC where they coming from. When you had the LSU's, the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Floridas, you know what I'm saying? You got way more teams that you was up against.
Tennessee.
Auburn, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got way more teams that you up against.
South Carolina for a run.
2
Arkansas
teams over there that you really got to be worried about. Well, I ain't gonna say 2. You got Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State.
Yeah, but outside of them 3 though, like year in, year out.
Yeah.
Nah, Vandy can hang with the rest of them.
That's what I'm saying. So they got a better chance then of making it to a conference game and winning the conference game and getting into the playoff.
That's true. But the South Carolina Missouri game, I got to watch a little bit of it. Man, without South Carolina and Florida have a lot in common, and not in a good way. Their offenses are struggling, and it makes no sense because both of them have some of the most talented quarterbacks in the country. Right. Like these are 2 guys that came into the year as potential Heisman favorites, as possible top number 1 overall type picks. And right now, both of them are struggling. You know what I mean? DJ Lagway has been hurt. He ain't been able to practice for real. Lenore Sellers is dealing with injuries right now, but he was even struggling before that. So I don't really know what's going on. I hope they can get it back on track, though, because I like watching South Carolina. They're a very entertaining team. But right now, they're struggling, man. They got to get it together.
Yeah, they're struggling bad, man. Struggling bad. They definitely don't look like the South Carolina team that I thought they was going to be. But maybe that could be because they ain't got it all together right now. You know what I'm saying? It might take a couple games. They might be still trying to find their footing, but right now, they look out of sync.
They better find it and find it fast because you played in the SEC. And even though you're not playing Georgia this year, you're going to have to play somebody. You're going to have to play Oklahoma, Texas, Alabama, somebody.
Oh, we already on this schedule. We got to go to them.
See what I mean? So you ain't going to have much time. You're going to have to figure this out and figure it out fast. Life in the SEC.
Pretty much.
But anyway, let's move on, man. We got this week coming up. Let's see who we got. Who we want to talk about?
Actually, it's a couple of good games. Actually, at the same time that that we play this weekend, you got another big game that's gonna be being played at the same time.
Oregon at Penn State.
Oregon and Penn State.
Hey man, top 10 matchup. Number 6 Oregon, number 3 Penn State. Penn State, what you got, my boy? Is it time for Penn State to take the next step, man? Or are they always gonna be the runner-up?
I don't know, man. I won't have. Penn State, they can't get over the Ohio State hurdle. So,
well, I mean, this is step 1 right now. You got Oregon in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a good test for them. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
If you want to win the Big Ten, you're gonna have to win these big games. And they games is 2 of them. They got Oregon and they got Ohio State. I don't think they play Michigan this year.
So they do. So they play Ohio State. I know they rotate. Yeah. One year they play Michigan State. One year they play. Michigan. One year they play Ohio State.
I still ain't figured out how they do their scheduling because they had one schedule last year and this year is completely different. I thought y'all were gonna keep it, 2 years flip flop, everybody home and away. But hey, Big Ten do what they want to do when they want to do.
Pretty much. And Michigan, not Michigan. Penn State is one of them teams we was just talking about with not too long ago in the segment, we was talking about they want to play defense and run the ball. That's Penn State. Absolutely. That's what they want to do. And that's when I brought up the point about when you're playing these high-powered offenses, you're going to have to be able to score with them, and that would be Oregon. So
Penn State has a former 5-star quarterback in Drew Allar that was another guy like Lenore Sellers, like DJ Lagway, like Kay Klubnik, like Arch Manning, and all the rest of them had all this hype. They're going to come into college. He was going to do this and throw the ball around, and we're going to change the offense and open it up. Man, James Franklin running the same offense he been running and going to keep running. So is it the quarterbacks that aren't good, or is it the offensive mindset? Is it the whole offensive scheme and play calling and all that? Because the boy don't look like that.
I couldn't tell you what it is.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's the fact he got 2 good running backs behind him, so
you got 2 great running backs.
That kind of take some of the pressure off of him.
And your receivers are not very impressive, but is it that the receivers aren't good, or are they not being developed, or are they just not having enough opportunities? Because even last year when they had TJ Warren, almost every big play was to TJ Warren. Like, we're going to scheme up a way to get him the ball. We're going to put him at running back, slot receiver, quarterback, at the X, all type of stuff they did for that man. But I don't see them doing that for anybody else. So I don't understand, man. Is it lack of creativity, or is it lack of talent? And I find it hard to believe that at a school like Penn State, you can't get talented receivers.
I don't think it's a lack of creativity because they got the talent.
You know what I mean? So, but like I say, man, this is a Penn State game for sure. And Penn State can either make or break themselves in this game.
So what you think? What you think gonna happen? Who do you think gonna win? I'm just asking straight out.
I'm never gonna bet on Penn State to win a big game until they win a big game.
So you going Oregon?
Of course.
Okay. I gotta go Oregon with you, man. I think Oregon offense is gonna be too much. Which Penn State, they got a decent defense. No, I ain't taking that away from their defense. But at the same time, when you look at who they play, any defense is gonna look good when you ain't really playing much of nobody.
That is a fact, my guy.
So I'm gonna lean Oregon as well. I think their offense gonna be a little too much. I think they're gonna try to take that running game away from Penn State and force their quarterback to beat him with his arm. And I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that.
You never really know. You know what I mean?
With the way college football been going these days, you really never know. It end up being some surprise losses and some surprise wins.
Yeah, you're right about that. Speaking of surprises, number 4 LSU. Not gonna lie to you, I'm surprised that they ranked that high. But hey,
considering their offense, the defense looks solid.
That's the surprise.
The offense
did not look good.
The defense didn't look good to you?
Not last year. The defense was terrible.
Oh, yeah, last year. Yeah, no, I'm talking about this year. Their defense looked solid. Now, their offense is what's looking trash.
I feel like we're going to really get to see if their defense is really good or not, because
They got Ole Miss.
They at Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? At Ole Miss.
No, Lane Kiffin like to try to these games like this. He had that offense out there doing all kind of stuff. Mr. Fourth and Go.
Hey man,
He don't believe in punting for real.
But Lane Kiffin coach and call plays like he playing Madden on easy mode. Yeah. I'm talking about
man,
it's 4th and 20. We going for it.
He is not scared to go for it on 4th down. That's
we
for sure.
We finna go full verse on 4th and 20.
And then not only that, this is also, I ain't gonna call it a trap game, but it's a trap game for LSU, which they always go at it. You know what I'm saying? It's slick a rival.
I would say this is not a trap game. This is a rivalry game. It got a name. It got a trophy. Everything.
Yeah. So it don't matter how well or how terrible either team is playing when they play each other. It's always a good game. But I don't know, man. I don't know which way to lean this way. Cause like I say, LSU defense looking good, but their offense ain't talking about nothing for real. And Ole Miss, like with Lane Kiffin over there calling them plays, you never know what he might throw at you. So
Ole Miss been looking okay, but not great.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know which way to lean on this game, to be honest.
Hey man, I'm taking Ole Miss, man. They at home.
You taking Ole Miss at home?
I'm taking Ole Miss at home.
ESPN
got them favored by 1.5 points. So
like I say, this ain't either one of them just straight up, oh yeah, they like that. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if I had to pick one, I'm probably ride with Ole Miss too. So if Ole Miss was to win, though, would you consider that an upset?
No, because they favored. They favored by 1.5 points.
Yeah, but this is the top 14.
Man, I'm about to care about none of that. This is the SEC.
It's a top 14.
But this is the SEC. You could be number 1 and lose to Vandy.
Yeah.
My bad, Bama. How you doing?
Yeah.
You okay over there? You good?
Oh, don't act like you don't know now. Don't act like Kirby ain't never lost to Vandy at home.
Hey man, not ranked. Not
at
ranked
home.
high like that.
At home. Oh, y'all was ranked. You might not have been ranked number 1.
Not 1, 2. Like,
but you was ranked. You was ranked and you was at home and lost to Vandy. But
you out here having close games with Vanderbilt.
That's the pass.
All right, one more. Auburn at number 9, A&M. Auburn coming out that loss to Oklahoma. They gonna look to shape back. A&M looking to stay undefeated. I like A&M.
They playing in A&M?
They playing in College Station.
Oh, well, yeah.
They gonna have all the people up there with the coveralls. And
I got to rock with A&M on this. This gonna be a good game. Like I said, I watched the Auburn Oklahoma game, so I kind of know what to expect from Auburn. I hadn't watched much of A&M. I think I watched a little bit when they played Notre Dame, I think it was. I watched a little bit of it, which they didn't do nothing that was, you know what I'm saying, just eye-catching either, but
they was able to come back and get the upset, though.
They came back and won. Yeah, they came back and won. But being that this is home of the 12th man, I got to give it to the 12th man at home.
So we're going A&M.
I'm going A&M.
All right. Now, the main event. Man, y'all know what time it is, man. We're going Georgia by hump.
He won't bet nothing on that, y'all. He wouldn't even bet on Georgia by 7, by 3. Y'all favorite by 4.5, something like that.
Give me Georgia by 100, man.
I like his confidence, though. That's the same confidence he have every year. Every time this game come about, he always give me Georgia. And we always get them L's. But this year, though, I ain't gonna lie, it could be a little different because I don't know what to expect from this Alabama team. Usually, I kind of know what to expect from my squad, but this year here, I don't know. The past couple weekends don't tell me nothing because we beat up on Wisconsin and ULM, which is 2 nobodies. So I didn't learn nothing besides the fact that they'll blow a team out that they're supposed to blow out. But other than that, we still couldn't run the ball on neither one of them. And if we go to between the hedges, if we go between the hedges,
Vince Dooley Field at San Francisco,
and not be able to run that ball, we're gonna lose. I'm gonna just tell you straight up, we're gonna lose. If we go down, we can't run the ball, we're gonna lose. So
you have no chance. If you cannot run the ball, you have no chance.
Oh, the line moved down actually. UGA is right favored by 2.5. They was favored by 4 the other day. It was 4, then it moved down to 3.5, and then I think it moved back up to 4, and now it's down to 2.5. I don't know what all that's about. But like I say, if we can't run the ball, we're gonna lose. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you that right now. Now, do I want to lose? Of course not. Do I think we're gonna lose? if we can't run the ball.
I know two things about Alabama from watching them play this year. Number one, you can't run the ball. That's a problem. Number two, your left tackle can't pass block. The boy got feet in cement. Number three, your defense is slow. That's a problem.
Mm.
And if they come out there and play anywhere close to how they played against Florida State, this is not going to be a win. This is going to be a FTA. It ain't going to be BTA.
I can say the same thing. If y'all come out there and play like y'all played against Austin Peay, who allow Austin Peay to get pressure on their quarterback, if they can get pressure on y'all quarterback and we can get pressure on y'all quarterback, y'all in for a long day. One. Number two, Tennessee just showed us how y'all defense is young. They can sling the ball all over y'all. Okay, that's another one. Ty Simpson been hot against ULM 17-17. Against Wisconsin, he was 24 of 29. And two of those passes was dead in the receiver's hand. They dropped them, which messed up his stats. Otherwise, he would have been 26 or 29, which means out of 29 passes, he only missed 3 of them. That's great. So if he come to Georgia and y'all let him get comfortable and he start having that kind of success, y'all in for a long day. That's 2. 3, if y'all decide to try to drop back into the zones, he going to pick y'all apart for 1. And if you get too comfortable, they ain't going to stepping back there to try to stop the pass, then that's just going to help us open up the run game. So now you in another world of trouble with that. So I guess we're going to see if who playing checkers and who playing chess.
So
now, before you finish, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my pick. Of course, I'm going with my squad. I hope we win. But like I said, the key to the game is going to be 1 in the trenches. If our offensive line can hold up and Ty Simpson get time and he get comfortable, Georgia in for a long day. If they get back down and harass him, we in for a long day. And like you say, it probably ain't gonna be no loss. We probably gonna get blew out because our defense ain't great. I ain't gonna lie about that. This ain't the best version of Alabama that I've seen. But the only thing that's giving me faith is the fact that every time we play Georgia, it's a whole different Alabama game than what we see against everybody else. So I don't know. But I'm leaning Bama, even if it's a close one. I'm leaning Bama, of course. Why would I go against my team?
So real quick, if 4 of your 5 offensive linemen are really not good, your center might be the best in the country. I'm taking mine over yours, but he might be the best.
Okay, so that just tell me you willing to settle for second best. Okay, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying mine might be the best. You know what I'm saying? That's the conversation. It's them two for me. Anyway, your tackles, Caden Proctor, he's slow. Your other tackle, I don't even know his name. He's slow. Your guards, they slow and they don't get pushed for real. So it sounds like you got 4 marshmallows on your offensive line.
You must ain't hear the last part I just said about
you got 4 marshmallows on your offensive line.
These are the same 4 marshmallows that was there last year when we played y'all. So.
No, they were not. Only one of the marshmallows was the same. The other 3 gone to the NFL.
Nah.
Tyler Booker, Elijah Pritchett, and I can't remember the other guard name, but all 3 of them in the NFL now.
Jaden Roberts.
Caden Proctor was the only marshmallow last year, and then they did not attack Caden Proctor, which infuriated me to no end. If I ever meet Kirby Smart, I got to ask him about it.
Okay, so what you saying that about these tackles and my whole offensive line, we both know when it comes to Alabama, Kirby switch up his whole game plan anyway.
And if he does that again this year, he might lose, and that'll be his fault.
So,
but if Georgia just plays Georgia football, we ain't even got to do nothing fancy. We ain't got to do nothing special. Just line up and rush 4, drop 7. That's all. That's it. You ain't got to do nothing special, nothing fancy whatsoever. Just man to man across the front line.
I think it's psychological. I think Kirby Smart think about Alabama, and then he just go to the game plan and like, dang, what can I do different in this game? I can't play them like I just did Tennessee, which, like you said, that's all y'all got to do.
I personally think that last year had more to do with him being terrified of Jalen Miro getting out of that pocket and running.
Probably so, because of the way he did in the SEC championship the year before, which he didn't get out of pocket then because y'all had 2 spies on him the whole time.
Y'all ran for 2 yards of carry that game, but the defense wasn't a problem.
No, our defense played lights out that game. I'm talking about in the SEC championship now, not last year.
The final score was 27-24. The defense was not the problem.
So you think it was a problem?
I think the problem was
do not say
allow Alabama to keep the ball too long at times by playing so soft on defense. But the real problem was the offense wasn't able to keep nothing going.
So you feel like he gonna just play Georgia football this game because he no longer had that fear of the quarterback being able to take over the game.
There you go.
That may be. But like I say, I don't know what it is. But when we play Georgia, it's always a different version of Alabama that I hadn't seen. Like, what was this 3 games ago? Where's then I look later on in the season, okay, where's the Georgia? I mean, where's the Alabama that played against Georgia? Why ain't they showing up against Oklahoma?
Or Vanderbilt.
You know what I'm saying? This is a whole different Alabama team I'm looking at. So that's like I say, that's the hope that I have is like, I don't know what to expect because we play y'all different.
I mean, I can say the same thing for Georgia though. Like, we played Tennessee and came out in the first half, and the defense was looking.
They were looking lost. They don't know what's going on. Like, dang, these folks already.
Man, listen, 3 drives.
They made it look easy. The Tennessee first drive, they made it look easy.
But they gave up 3 drives and 3 touchdowns in the first quarter alone.
Yeah,
and it's like, this ain't Georgia defense. But if you watch how they were playing, they were basically playing very vanilla, sit back in these wide open zones, and I can't stand it.
Well, they was playing cover 2 for the most part with the 2 safeties deep. It wasn't until they switched it up and went 1 safety high that they actually started shutting down Tennessee a little bit.
Cause they got to come up and press a little bit more.
Yeah,
play. You know what I mean? Like, you disrupt the timing of the offense a little bit more.
Exactly.
So,
which is what I was saying. If our offensive line can get Ty Simpson time, if y'all only gonna rush 4 and we got 5 or 6 up there blocking, then I like our offensive line to give Ty Simpson the time. And then we got, I ain't gonna say the best, but we got one of the best receiving corps in college football.
I mean, they're definitely talented.
We got Jeremy Bernard, Ryan Williams, Isaiah Horton.
Bernard probably your best receiver though.
We got a true freshman, Lacier Brooks, is like a young Jalen Waddle, but not quite as good or shifty as Jalen Waddle. But he, same way we was killing y'all with Isaiah Bond in the SEC championship, he pretty much like an Isaiah Bond.
Hey man, that's cool.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like pick your poison. All BS aside, it's kind of like pick your poison with the receivers that we got. Because if you take Ryan Williams out, you still got to worry about Jeremy. If you double both of them, you still got to worry about Isaiah Horton.
Ryan Williams ain't the biggest threat to me. Ryan Williams ain't the biggest threat to me. The biggest threat is
Jeremy Bernard.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take him out, then you still got Ryan Williams, and you got to remember what Ryan Williams did to y'all last year. That was his best game.
But was that Ryan Williams doing it to Georgia, or was Georgia just out there letting it happen?
I don't think they would have let that happen. Bro, it was just happening to him. Some stuff.
Man caught a pass where the cornerback should have picked it off, and the cornerback just fell out of bounds. And then the safety ran over there and just hit him and didn't grab him. And then both of them standing looking stupid while the man run up the sideline.
And you think they both was in cahoots, like, hey, let's let him grab this ball. I'm gonna run out of bounds. You push him, but don't talk. Okay, they didn't let that happen. It just happened to him.
I think both of them played terrible on that particular play. One of them ended up losing their starting job and transfer. We ain't bringing up no names. The other one was a true freshman, and he made a true freshman play. Mistake. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, Ryan was a true freshman.
Absolutely.
And
he did what he was supposed to do. I ain't down. I ain't out of bounds. Let me keep going.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It happens.
It's checkers and chess, man. Somebody gonna be playing checkers and somebody gonna be playing chess. That's why I say I don't know. Maybe that's why they got the line down, because they know with these two, it could really go either way if we being honest.
So if you had to select, let's say, 2 players on Alabama defense, 2 players on Alabama offense that you would say are key players to this game, they got to have a big game in order for y'all to win, who would you say?
I would say my safety, Bray Hubbard, because when he balling out, he like the hype man of the team. Like, they get hype around him, and he's one of my safeties. And I would have to say, let me see who my second man would be. Probably LT Overton on that defensive line, because if he being corruptive, the defensive line, they feed off of him too. When he having a good game, they balling out. So if them two, if Bray Hubbard and LT Overton having good games, that means our defense is playing great. So that's who I would pick on my defense.
LT Overton is a Georgia boy. Just want to throw that out there.
I mean, we ain't talking about what players are from. Georgia got players on 18 from other states too, so that's neither here nor there.
I understand. I'm just
he
saying.
didn't go to Georgia. He went to Texas A&M.
I would have went and got that money too. I ain't mad at him, bro. Listen, you tell me at 18, you gonna give me $1 million to come stand? What?
See, he might be a Georgia boy. Kirby ain't want him, obviously. If he did want him,
Kirby wanted him.
He ain't want him bad enough.
Hey, listen, ain't nobody want him better than Texas A&M. Did you see that class? They had a #1 class of all time.
Yeah, I seen it
for a reason.
They paid a lot of money for that class, but
the autumn boy gone. He
ended up coming to Alabama. He didn't transfer back home to Georgia, so Kirby must ain't want him. He hit the transfer portal.
I'm say this again. Munyon.
He hit the transfer portal. He got his money from Texas A&M. He hit the transfer portal.
He got money from Bama too.
Nah, we ain't pay that man.
Boy, stop. That boy got $1 million in Alabama. I ain't mad at you, bro. You gonna give me $1 million to do what I love to do anyway?
Okay, so Georgia got the players they wanted. They playing somebody. Kirby ain't that great of a recruiter that he just get everybody to come play for free.
Everybody's getting paid. Let's start there. Everybody.
I'm saying so
getting paid.
Exactly. So they could have paid him.
They not gonna pay him that much. They just not.
So you telling me ain't nobody on Georgia's team that they were like, hey, we'll give you $1 million to come here?
Do I think anybody on Georgia's team right now is making $1 million this year? No.
I don't think that man made $1 million. They probably gave him 300,000. But
no, 300,000. He wouldn't even answer the phone for you.
That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? He had Alabama.
That's all track. Who got offensively for y'all?
Offensively, if they having a good game, then I'm gonna say Ty Simpson, because for him to have a good game, that means the offensive line got to be blocking good and he got to be in rhythm. Mm-hmm. So if you let Ty Simpson get cooking, then hey, the defense is in for a long day. That's one. And Caden Proctor, if he holding up out there and he having a good game, he ain't allowing no sacks or no pressures over there, that means he holding up good. Then that means the rest of the line probably holding up good. So for Caden Proctor to be having a good game and for Ty Simpson to be having a good game, his good game is a good game. We doing numbers with Ty Simpson having a good game. So offensively, it would be Caden Proctor out there blocking and Ty Simpson at quarterback.
I like that. So for Georgia, offensively, Gunner Stockton, same reason.
Yeah.
You know, if he going, that means the offense is going. Other than Gunner Stockton, me personally, I feel like the most important player on Georgia's entire offense is whoever is playing right tackle.
Yeah, right tackle.
Because in the Tennessee game, we were having some struggles over there at right tackle. And we're still putting up points, but it was a struggle.
Yeah.
So Bo Hewley came into the game and he kind of solidified that right tackle spot, especially pass blocking. But he's not the best run blocker. You know, he's a little light. He might be 300, maybe. But whoever is playing at right tackle, if Ernest Green is healthy, if it's Michael Nye, if it's Bo Hewley, you know, if it's Jamal Merriweather or Josh Jared, Josh Jackson, you know, whoever is in there, if they can have a good game and solidify that right side in the pass game and run game, I feel like we have a good game everywhere else. Defensively, number one, it is my linebackers. Because...
What, you mean your linebackers as a whole or one linebacker?
All of them. Because they rotate so much, I can't isolate just one.
Oh, because see, I pick players.
I understand that.
So now you want to go by cores.
Okay, cool. You right. Raylan Wilson at linebacker, if him and CJ Allen are able to shut down the run game like they've been doing.
We don't got to run that to shut down.
Matter of fact, I ain't even going to say that. I'm going to say it's Christian Miller. Because Christian Miller can take over the game and disrupt it by himself, especially with your offensive line being marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I'm going to say Gabe Harris. Because Gabe Harris is going to have the opportunity him and Chris Cole both, but Gabe Harris is like the primary starter. And they're going to have opportunities to attack your offensive tackles that I don't think highly of at all, especially with speed.
But again, now, our tackles look one way, one game, but when we play y'all,
they didn't attack your tackles last year at all. They were playing with a 3-man front. Everybody was in between the tackles. The tackles were helping the guards.
If I had to guess, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you finish your picks, and then I'm gonna tell you mine.
If those guys are able to really pin their ears back and hunt, your tackles have no chance, and it's gonna be a long day for Ty Simpson running for his life. It's gonna feel like Nolan Smith and Adam Adamson out there again. It's gonna be looking like Jarvis Jones is out here again.
Hold on, I'm trying to think what happened when we played the Georgia team that had Nolan Smith on it.
You lost in the national championship game, and the last play of the game was a sack by Nolan Smith.
Okay,
you seen the picture?
So that was the second time when both our star receivers out. But the first time we played y'all was in the SEC championship. I want to say, with Nolan Smith. Then we played y'all in the SEC championship. Well, we had both our starting receivers, and I believe that score was 41-24.
Oh, you mean when we had?
No, I mean when we beat y'all. I mean when we beat y'all by double digits.
When we was out there with one starting corner, no starting safeties, no other starting corners. That was okay. Man. If we talking about players being
BTA,
out,
man.
If we talking about players being out.
So don't act like we ain't never beat Nolan Smith. Like he just been out there just corrupting everything. And then y'all, yeah, it was a pick six, but nah.
Why did you throw the pick six?
What I was finna say was it was just a bad throw.
No, he got pressure from Nolan Smith.
Yeah, it was on the throw. It was a bad ball.
Terrible.
But
that's what pressure do.
But what I was finna say was when you were saying about your defensive tackles and how Kirby Smart be playing 3 down linemen and okay.
If you do that again, then everything I said out the window.
I was finna say, if I had to guess on how I think y'all was gonna come out, that's how I would assume y'all would come out. Only for the simple fact that, like I say, with Ty Simpson completing at such a high rate, like I say, he was 20, 24, 29, supposed to be in 26 or 29, and then 17 or 17. He's not gonna want to get picked apart. So I feel like he's gonna try to play more coverage, drop back in zone and try to play more cover ball than trying to generate pressure on him.
Here's the problem with that, especially if Kirby Smart come out and does that again. You did that last week, and the boy went 17-17 on you in the first quarter. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. When you went to go in man a little bit more, and it was actually applying pressure a little bit more, he had to get the ball out of his hand faster.
I'm gonna say this: if y'all put us in a situation where y'all playing man on our receivers, I like my receivers. I ain't even trying to be cocky or nothing. This is just me being straight up. I like my receivers.
I mean, if I was you, I would too. Because if you play man on Georgia receivers, I'm loving my receivers. But that's anybody. The thing ain't that you playing man is when you go man, what it allows you to do every other place else.
Remember, yeah, but just remember what I said. If I had to pick 2 on my offense that I need to be clicking, is Proctor and Ty Simpson. So if Ty Simpson is clicking and you playing man on my receivers, that means my offense is rolling, which means my receivers is beating your men.
That's a no-brainer.
So I'll take that all day, because now we're in another shootout. I'd rather be in a shootout with y'all than a low-scoring game.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. I want to hit him in the mouth.
I'd rather be in a shootout than a low-scoring game, because, like I say, our defense ain't fantastic.
Of course not.
But I like our cornerbacks, and then, like I say, I like our safeties. So
we're gonna attack them boys.
Yeah, do it. I like I said, Damani Jackson over there, number 1. Ooh. Put your best receiver over there and try.
It don't matter what receiver we put.
Xavier Brown, the one who saved the game last year. Y'all kept picking on him because he was a true freshman.
That was a bad ball. Well,
put him out there.
But they came out and said that Kobe Young supposed to stop this route. That's why the ball was underthrown. So
they wanted him to get right on the goal line and stop?
Yeah. But I'm like, bro.
No, he just underthrew that ball.
They were saying that was the
Xavier turned around.
Listen what I'm saying.
Because he had got beat the play before for a long play down the field.
That play. But the play, they trying to throw the fade to the front pylon, but he really had him to the back pylon. You should have threw it to the back pylon.
What I'm saying is the difference is when he got beat before, he didn't get his head around. So that's how he got beat. And he was true freshman y'all was picking on. That's how he got beat before. He learned from that. And that's that second time he tried to go deep with him.
Still beat.
He got his head. Yeah, he was beat, but he was able to get his head around and find the ball, and that's how he picked it off. He was looking for it that time.
Okay, cool. I get it.
That's just what comes with experience. You got me like that before. You ain't gonna get me like that again.
I just don't. If I'm being honest, I think Kirby was lying. I'm just keeping it bold. I think he was lying.
About what?
I think
about him supposed to have to stop the route
and blame the receiver because he couldn't blame Carson Beck. Because they treated Carson Beck like you just couldn't criticize him, like he was just so fragile. You can't say nothing to him.
He might have been one of the ones that be so hard on himself you feel sorry for him. Like, look, everything ain't your fault. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't help that. You know what I'm saying? You might got to try to help get him out his own head. So maybe that might be why he was so soft on it.
I mean, I believe that because Miami coaches done kind of, said something similar. Yeah,
every player ain't Stetson Bennett. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't get cussed out and run back out there like
that's a fact.
Nothing never just happened.
That's a fact.
So,
but it is what it is. Not to keep bringing up Carson Beck. He having a great season. That boy balling. You know what I mean? I don't know why teams keep trying to play zone against him and give him time. The boy like Peyton Manning, man. You just let him stand in the pocket, he gonna kill you.
Yeah,
he gonna carve you up.
That's a lot of quarterbacks. If you let him stand in the pocket, most of the pocket passing quarterbacks.
That's what they want to do.
Because the quarterbacks you got some quarterbacks who would take off and that's still accurate if you make them stand in the pocket. But you see it more with the actual pocket passing. Yeah, the traditional
quarterbacks want to stand in one
spot.
Them
the ones that'll pick you apart if you give them time. But yeah, like I say, man, not to hold y'all folks too long, man. Y'all already know I'm rocking with the Tide. I can't really say how the game is gonna go. If I had to give a score prediction, that's where it gets hard. I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm gonna give a score prediction of somewhere around the ballpark of 24-27 to 21-24. I think it'll be a 3-point game. Alabama win.
Okay, so me personally speaking, I feel like I'm gonna be more closer to 42-28. Dawes way.
Boy. Yeah. You don't even believe that.
I do. I really do.
You do not believe that.
And here's why.
Y'all ain't put up, you say 42?
Yeah.
Man, I can count on one finger how many games y'all done hung up 42.
Last week. And the week before that. Nah, I'm playing. I'm joking. But here's the thing though.
Nah, I don't see y'all putting up 42 though.
This thing. Just like we talk about this thing when we play Marshall and Austin P, and I was like, Georgia not gonna put up a whole lot of points because that's what Kirby Smart does.
But they did. They put up like 45 on who?
Marshall. On Austin P, they did not.
They put up 28.
On Tennessee though, what it was 45?
It was 44.
You know what I mean? Like
44-40.
So these type of games, you're gonna have to score the ball. Especially they come out there playing that weak behind out defense that they did against Tennessee.
I will say I don't see this. I don't think this game is going. I don't think we're gonna jump out there in this first half like we did last year though.
If y'all do not, I don't think y'all got a chance.
I do.
I don't think it'll stay close if y'all don't jump out.
I think so. And you ain't got to put up a whole bunch of plethora of points to win games. Now, some games you do.
If you can't stop nobody.
Some games you do, but. This is why I say that I don't feel like you have to put up a whole plethora because a shootout is not Georgia style. They don't want to be in no shootout. What they want to do is run the ball and play defense. So if they having success running the ball on us, I do not see Kirby Smart being like, you know what, let's start running. Let's just try to run up the score on them and start slinging the ball all over the field.
This is the thing. This is the misconception.
That's not going to happen.
You don't believe you can put up points by running the ball. But
no, I'm not saying that you can't put up points. I'm not saying you can't put up points by running the ball. But what tied the game was not y'all lining up, running the ball, handing the ball to the running back, and he ran it in. Y'all threw
that's absolutely what went
offensive pass interference when he caught that ball over there in the end zone to tie the game up to send it to overtime in the first place.
You talking about just one play. I'm talking about what changed the game. What changed the game wasn't throwing the ball. It was running the ball.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. Let us jump out by 21 or 28 or whatever, and then y'all come out there to y'all finna run the ball the whole time.
Like, look at
and we'll see how that go for y'all.
The first time Georgia had the ball, they basically ran the ball mostly down the field and scored, like right down the field. It was 7-7. Then they went to trying to throw the ball and not having a punt. Hey man, you can score points by running the ball, man. I mean,
yeah, of course.
If you need a refresher, go back to 2017, the Rose Bowl, Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield and them versus Georgia when they had Jake Fromm, Sonny Michel, Nick Chubb, went there double overtime, triple overtime. Both teams scored 40+ points.
Yeah.
Georgia was not throwing the ball, but they had Jake Fromm back, that guy.
Jake Fromm was y'all dude.
Jake Fromm is still my dude.
Jake from
Fromm,
State Farm.
I don't need Jake Fromm to be out here trying to be, let me think of anybody, Colt Brennan. I don't need him to be at Hawaii throwing 50 passes a game.
Okay, so we can let these people out of here.
Facts. Go Dogs.
Roll
Dogs
Tide.
on top.
So we can let these people out of here.
We're gonna tell them about the bet.
What?
You know, Georgia win. You gotta wear the Georgia had at work for like a week. Yeah.
And if Alabama win, then what?
You gonna put the little Alabama stickers on my hat?
Nah, you gotta say Roll Tide to me.
I ain't agree to that. I ain't agree to that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you gotta.
Nah, I ain't agree to that.
You gotta say Roll Tide every time you see me.
Anyway,
but
man,
what I was finna say was, man, so we can get up out of here. What to you is gonna determine the outcome of this game?
The trenches.
The trenches.
Period. Like real talk. We can do all the talking and speculating and we like this and that. Man, it's the SEC. If you don't dominate in the trenches, you gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
And if you are the one that's dominating in the trenches, 9 times out of 10, the game is gonna go in your favor.
That's a fact. If I had to pick what was going to determine the outcome of the game, I would say the same thing. It's a game that's going to be won in the trenches because everything starts from the trenches. If you can't block, you can't get no penetration on defense to get back there to pressure the quarterback, you're in for a long day. So either way, it's going to come down to the trenches.
Yeah, man, it's time to let the big dogs eat, man. Go, Dogs.
Roll Tide.
Y'all ready? Clap pad, snapbacks, Endzone Views, big hits, big dreams, can't lose. Chain gang marching, them boys in the trenches, Gradure gladiators stacking up defenses. Hail Mary visions, called cooking up schemes. Every Friday night we chasing them dreams. Stadium roaring, the crowd too loud. Cleats cut the turf, heads up in the clouds. Flags fly, rest whistle, tension thick. Game clock ticking, better move quick. Endzone View, where legends are made. Fingers to the sky, the anthem parade. Endzone View, sweat, blood, and bruises. Victory's the prize, ain't no room for excuses. You be in the pocket, ice veins in his stare. Cornerbacks lurking, but he don't care. Downfield missile spirals like a dart. Receiver snacks glory, that's pure.